Vidhi, please go ahead and start.
Virtual reality is a way to escape the real world into something more fantastic. It has the potential to prepare us for the real world without getting hurt. A very good afternoon to everyone who have joined us today. I, Vidhi Bhalotia, feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of DROPS Asia and IADC Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University's student chapter to the learnings from incident in the DROPS Metaverse. We are grateful to Access India Group and Stop Drop Tolling for supporting today's event. Today, we have with us Mr. Anwar Momin, Director of Safety, IADC South Central Asia Chapter, Mr. Sagar Rao, HSEQ Manager at CIDRIL, Mr. Gaurav Hazarika, Assistant Professor at PDEU, Mr. Gary Dunn, Global Business Manager at Stop Drop Tolling, Mr. Duncan Fraser, Lifting Expert, Mr. Rajiv Bhaumik, Country Head at Axis Group, Mr. Baula, HSE Manager at Vintage Drilling, Mr. Simon Walker, Drilling HSE Expert, and Mr. Joachim Vandermeulen, Chapter Secretary and Facilitator at DROPS. As a special guest for today's event, I heartily welcome each one of them. These VIP guests will join us after the presentation to kick off the Q&A session. Safety and health management is one of the vital constituents of oil and gas industry. The main purpose is to secure occupational safety and health of employees, prevent accidents, and ensure safety and smoothness in production. Within the oil and gas industry, everyone knows the potential cost of a dropped object. It's not just about equipment damage and lost production. It's about life. The problem is common to everyone in the industry across all regions, sectors, and disciplines. I request each and every member present online to share your views, feedbacks, and experiences on this topic in the comment section below. You, you can all type your experiences in the chat box button given in the LinkedIn and YouTube app. Now we shall proceed with our presentations on the learning we have gained in past 1 year. I request each and every one of you to be with us and if you have any questions or feedbacks, do comment in chat box. I request my colleague Nikunj to spread some light on what DROPS is.
Thank you, Vidhi. I am Nikunj Kuvadia from PDEU. Within the oil and gas industry, everyone knows the potential cost of drop object. It's not just about equipment damage and lost production, it's about life. The problem is common to everyone in industry across all regions, sector and disciplines. Objective of DROPS is working to make our industry a safer place. DROPS is an industry-wide initiative focused on preventing drop objects with the ultimate goal of delivering a second nature drop object prevention strategy across our industry. DROPS is an essential global work group represented by 200 operators, contractors, service companies, and industries bodies, all sharing committees and enthusiasm for the common goal of drop object prevention. DROP has produced drop calculator, tools, presentation tools at height with best practice, red zone, bow tie diagrams, industry updates on safety, drop facilitators, etc. resources which are freely available. Special guests and industry experts deliver visual and topical electronic presentation on each drops forum. This presentation covers many issues from drop object prevention and new tools and techniques designated specifically to manage the risk associated with drop object. Drop facilitators typically cover product updates and focus issues like industry's ongoing fight against drop object in detail. Regional chapter of drops have full access to drops product, brands, and identify for the purpose of promoting and improving drop object prevention. Drop arrange host several Drop arrange and host several events throughout the year, including region and global forum training session. Over to Viti. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikunj. Come on, guys, let's make this event more interactive. I request everyone to share their feedback on today's event or to give their opinion on the statement how hazardous drops can be. We have some really interesting things coming up in chat box. Now I request my colleague Jayesh Bilani to spread the word on DROPS Metaverse.
Thank you, Vidhi. So, hey everyone, I'm Jayesh Bilani. The metaverse promises to bring new levels of social connection, mobility, and collaboration to a world of virtual work. Now, the metaverse has suddenly become big business with technologies that giants such as Meta, Microsoft, Google, and all of them making their own virtual worlds or metaverses. Drops Asia has prepared a 3D environment which takes you to the oil and gas facilities while you're sitting at the comfort of your home. Now, initially, the development was done according to its use in a VR headset, but now it's also possible to use it on a desktop screen. Let's take a look at it. Look at the metaverse that is created by Drops Asia. Now, here you can see that we are currently in the conference room. There are various other rooms such as this, which have been developed inside the environment, and there are tables present here. Now, these tables are quite unique because uh, the capacity of table is five each, and if someone joins a table, no one apart from the person who has not joined the table cannot hear them. So less chaos, minimized chaos will be there. And on the other part of this room, we have exhibitions. The exhibitions have been created for companies to showcase their products, and people can approach the desk for more information on a particular exhibition. We have also added some of the fun elements like maybe a wave or a yes or a no or a shrug. So to make the experience lively. As a part of our internship, we have developed a scenario of a dropped object and have inculcated it in this environment, and it will be shown at the later stage of our event today. The question that arises today here is how will this is accessible to everyone? It's easy. Go head over to our website dropsmetaverse.org, and you can see the download button there. This application is currently available on Windows Store also. You can download it from there also. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayesh. Now I request my colleague Vishal Vyas to showcase the overview of internship structure.
Thank you, Vidhi, for introducing me. I am Vishal Vyas, membership head at the IADC PDEU student chapter. We 7 students of the PDEU did our internship at the DROPS Asia. The internship was divided into 3 phases. In phase 1, we learned about the basic skill to develop a 3D environment. We were provided access to e-learning and a software program on the Udemy. After completing this phase, we moved to the next phase of the internship. In phase 2, we attended a series of virtual meetings with the industry specialists who shared their experience and knowledge around the subject of the drops object prevention. During these virtual meetings, we learned about the HSE in drilling and drops awareness. In the project, we are delivering a live demonstration on the LTI incident to industry professionals, their peers, and faculty in the top schools. Here, along with live demonstration, we will be sharing our knowledge and the learning that we have gained from the past 1 year with the drop area. We also got opportunity to present on the topics of drop object prevention, and we are at the IADC Drilling Health and Safety Environment and Technology Asia Specific Conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Now I request my colleague Virag Boshya to say about the learnings we got from industry experts.
So, first of all, thank you, Vidhi, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. I am Virag Posha, currently serving as chairman of IADC PDEU student chapter. So, we are 7 students and continuously in prolonged internship for nearly about last 1 year. And as my friend has suggested, the internship was divided into several phases. So in the phase one of our internship program with Drops Asia, we had an interactive session and the webinars on the technical aspects of drops and its allied concepts by various industry professionals. First of its kind was a synergetic session by Mr. Sagar Rao, QHSSE Manager, Seadrill, which highlighted the importance of HSE management system with a major focus on drops. Second was Virtual Cargo Inspection Workshop on DROPS Metaverse by Mr. Duncan Fraser, which helped us to understand what are necessary factors to be taken into consideration for inspection of a rig. Third webinar was on importance of dropped object prevention in red zone by Mr. Simon Walker, which has got us through with the concept of red zone and its impact on safety of personnel. Fourth was on Tool at Heights by Mr. Gary Dunn, which was held in virtual hall of Drops Metaverse and helped to know about the cause of drops at the time of maintenance or the fabrication at the height. Fifth webinar was on causes and impact of dropped object by Mr. Gordon Soldo, which made us empathize how severe a drop can go and its adverse impact. The last webinar was an experience sharing session on the incident which took place recently in the drilling industry by Mr. Van Boer and later on inspired us to create a virtual scenario similar to such incident and spread awareness of near serious miss or hit incidents. We have completed several online courses on cybersecurity, manual handling, dropped object awareness, net zero and overview, noise awareness, permit to work on Reserve platform as a part of our internship. The above courses was supported by Mr. Ian Smith, for which we are highly grateful. Over to you, Vidhi.
Thank you, Virag. I request my colleague Kunj Patel to present our journey on 3D modeling.
Thank you, Vidhi. Hello, everyone. My name is Kunj Patel, and I am a student from Pandit Deen Dayal Energy University. So, as an integral part of our internship, we have undergone a vigorous project based e learning course which exposed and introduced us to the 3D world. 3D models are the foundation for modern generation softwares which are inclined towards metaverse. 3D models allows people to build any shape imaginable and bring their visions together with relative ease. It extends the limit of design depth, which helps professionals to explore physical aspects of a design without actually committing to its physical limitations. The course rendered us the platform to apply our newly learned skills immediately to real 3D models. It helped us to fabricate quality models which can be exported to any game engine, 3D printers, or other softwares. With the inculcation of powerful diagrams, talking head videos, quality screencasts, additional references and resources, we were able to express ourselves through the 3D artwork. It was a 36-hour on-demand video course. Thank you, Vidhi. Handing back to you again.
Thank you, Kunj. Now I request my colleague Nisarg Patel to present his experience.
Thank you, Vidhi. My warm wishes to everyone who have joined us here. I, Nisarg, will share with you my experience throughout this internship. Being petroleum engineers, designing a 3D model was like climbing Mount Everest without oxygen supports. Uh, Even learning to make it was still puzzling many a times. In the initial stage of learning 3D model, it was more like roaming around in the endless maze. I was struggling hard working as a graphic designer for many thousands startups. I remember our first task, quite brainstorming one and challenging one. We were assigned to prepare a logo, 3D logo of IADC, which is to be used as a designator for Avatar in Drops virtual reality app. We all were asking help from each other, but somehow we managed to prepare it. And the best part for me was my design got selected, and I was very much overwhelmed by this. After finishing it, we all were like, now we can say that we can design a 3D model, and we have came a long way back. In the final stage, we decided to design a 3D model of an incident to be used for training purpose. We have to prepare a 3D model of a drill bit and a beat breaker, and we surfed the internet to find the precise dimensions of both objects to its best. and it took me over a week to prepare each 3D model of the drill bit and a bit breaker. Yeah, and so we did it, and I guess pretty well. With the help of Joachim and the Drops technical team, we uploaded this incident in the Drops virtual reality application, and now it's freely available to experience and learn. I also demonstrated this incident to the leading E&P industry of the India Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, and also to the chairman of IADC South Central Asia chapter, Sri O.P. Singh, during the IADC HSC conference jointly organized by MIT WPU and PDU. In conclusion, I can say that whatever I have experienced in this past year, it was indeed, and I feel this 3D technology and metaverse part is going to have a great scope in the future. Over to you, Vidhi.
Thank you, Nisarg. Now I request my colleague Vishal Vyas for the presentation.
Thank you, Vicky. During this internship, we have made number of events, and for these events, we have planning how we can make these events more attractive and interesting. For that, we all 7 students with the Josim sir make all arrangements. We have plans for how more people can attend events from the different parts of the world, and they can easily enjoy their journey. Like also how they can easily join without any difficulty. For the purpose of more participation, we have been planning this event online. For the professional people, we can easily attend the event and more people can learn about the virtual reality, HSC in drilling, and more about the dogs awareness. Also on LinkedIn, more people can register for this event. We haven't planned full event online because in the metaverse app, we need VR headset, a stable internet connection, and a good computer processor. Because of that, at this event, we have planned to make introduction session of this application and experience in virtual reality. We are doing an introductory session on the metaverse app. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Now I request Jayesh Bilani to start the demonstration of DROPS Metaverse.
Thank you, Vidhi. So, hello everyone again. And I have moved from the conference room to the deck that we have present here at the rig. Now, I'll be triggering the scenario that we have developed. Now, here I'll change the camera. As you can see, the crane has been developed, and the crane is container is being loaded on the deck itself. So we'll wait till it's loaded on the deck. Okay, so I stood here because it's a safe distance from the container. Hence, now I'll be going close to the container, and I'll try to open the container first. Now, I'll have to click more than once because we have set up this. The actual scenario was because the door is locked, door is stuck. The handles are stuck because of some iron jam. Now, I'm standing at a say I got back and got back to a safe distance because the whole parts fall apart. But the thing is, I was at a distance and I did not get hurt. Or else, if I was close enough, I would have gotten hurt, and there must have been blood spilled over everywhere. Now, the safety precautions that we can learn from this scenario would be explained by my friend Virag.
So hello everyone, I am back again. So as my friend Jayesh have shown, the demonstration which is happening on the virtual scenario at the rig, as we can see, the container was being offloaded through the crane to the deck. So what are the best possible identified cause of the equipments within the container. Uh, while opening the container, we shall stand away from the line of fire, which my friend Jayas has done excellently, and the result he didn't brought the hurt. While handling such tasks to prevent us from any such injuries, uh, we know and we have identified the possible movements of the equipments within the container, but we didn't address it adequately. If we know that the equipment in the container is reshuffled or is not in place as it should be due to offloading from one place to another through crane, so it might fall. It was I guess Jayas was lucky enough that he was standing away from the door and was maintaining the line of fire, or else if while opening the door, if he has not maintained the safe distance, the drill bit which from the upper shelf of the container might hit him and might spill the blood. The only securing method was to use the safety net, which was also proved inadequate at the time. So there was lacking of mitigation measure if some drops is going to happen, if there is a possible chance to that. So we should use the safety nets at that time. The other suggestion would be like the QHSC team shall develop a cargo handling loading checklist to prevent such near miss and ensure the use of steps and processes of all the tasks at every moment while doing such the operations. Emphasize the importance of line of fire hazards while opening container during the monthly, weekly, and uh, daily safety meetings which are held on the either on the base or on the rig. Uh, the emphasis should be laid on uh, line of fire hazards as well. So thank you. Over to you, Vidhi.
Thank you, Virag. Now, I'd like to call upon our mentor, Mr. Joachim Vandermeulen, to present his views.
Wow, very well done, everyone. It's been really good to work with you for this time. My daughter's calling me. There we go. Yeah, that was really fantastic. Before I give my feedback, I just want to give you just want to do some administrative matters. We've had some issues with the VIP guest logging in, and apologies for that. If you're watching this, please log in now, and then you can ask your questions to the students. In the meantime, the students, all except for VD and Virag, please log out here so to make room for the VIP guests to be able to ask questions and continue watching on the LinkedIn channel. All right, so it's been a really good exercise. Of course, this presentation is all about the students, and really great to see how they have developed. For me, it's also been a real pleasure working with them, and also just to understand, better the audience, because this application, this metaverse, is mostly targeted at new people coming into the industry. They like to do things with virtual reality, with all kinds of technology. And this is a way for them to learn. It's been really a pleasure working with the students on this, and hope to get them involved in the future again. Now, for my first question, and then I hand it over to the other VIP guests, Vidi. How do you think you can apply the knowledge gained in this internship in your future career?
Sir, as we will be stepping out of our college life and we will be starting our journey in the industry within few 2-3 months, so I think we will be applying the learnings that we have got from drops and about the safety in the company that we will be going, and we will be really looking out for drops and the safety. So that's how it will be helpful for us in future.
Excellent. Shall we call on Anwar Momin next?
Yes, I'd like to call Mr. Anwar Momin to share his knowledge and give feedback to us. Really
Uh,
looking out for drops and the safety. So that's how
Hi,
it will be helpful for us in future.
very good afternoon. Am I audible?
Shall we
Yes,
call
sir.
on Anwar Momin next?
Yes, I'd like to call Mr. Anwar Momin to share his knowledge and give feedback to us. Really looking out for drops and the safety. So that's how it will be helpful for us in future.
Right. Very good afternoon, everyone.
Shall we
Yes, sir.
call
Good
on
afternoon.
Anwar
Right.
Momin?
So, thanks for inviting me on this forum. Can you hear me? I think I can still hear some echoing noise on the backdrop.
Yes, Anwar, I think you might have the Zoom call or the LinkedIn call open on another browser, and that's why you hear us twice. So you might want to close that one or mute it, and then we just hear you.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. Great platform. I think, Joachim, I think the purpose is achieve on this by getting this young generation to work on something very virtual, where we never had this kind of facilities during our times, and without stepping out. I think somebody did in the introduction part. In your comfort zone, either in your office or from your home, you can explore the rig part as long as the modules are there. So my question to Nisarg, when you talked about, when you created this 3D model with an zero experience or knowledge, because you never been on the rig, but whatever the blueprint you had in your mind, or the somebody supported you to design this layout of the rig, basically where the containers comes in or where. And I think the story which you are talking about, learning from incident with this bit and bit breaker falling off from the container, it's very very topic is chosen very with a very thought process on it. And obviously the incident already happened in the industry, so we can all learn from it. And rather than learning the hard way and getting yourself injured and learning from that experience, it is better to learn in a safe environment. So again, Nisarga, what were the driving factor for you to design on the 3D, and how comfortable you are to create more scenarios if given to you, like on the rig floor or on the crown blocks or something like that, to design it? How comfort zone would be now?
Actually, in the initial part it was difficult to draw it in 3D structures, but as far as we have the proper dimensions and all the views of a mechanical instrument, we can definitely do it very easily and efficiently. And as far as my experience is there, so I think now I am able to if I got dimensions and all those things, I can pretty well do it.
Very good, excellent. Good there. Wishing you all the very best to all the students. I'll wait for other people to speak, and if there is still time, then I'll ask some more few questions to the other participant. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to call upon Mr. Sagar Rao to share his knowledge and experience with us.
Good afternoon. I hope you guys can hear me. Vidhi, Nisarg, and the rest of the team, very well done. I'm very proud of you guys. It's been a while since the first seminar or first session we had on HSE management systems and drops. I'm sure you guys appreciate the journey. Uh, must have learned a lot of things. 3D modeling in the metaverse is one of those. What I would ask any one of you is, if I had to ask you, what was the key learning during course of your internship? What is that one thing that you would say, oh, I know something better? What would that be?
Hello. The the one thing which we think after doing an internship with Drops Asia, like before thinking, before doing anything, anything, I mean, on the task or the operation on a rig, or it might be anywhere in the industry, we should always reiterate the things which we call and which we are going to do. What are the key factors? It might be adverse or it might be in a positive way, but we should think over before whatever we do. We should take care of all the safety measures before we need to accomplish any of the task. Safety measures are the key priority to every task which we are doing, and stress should be laid upon the procedures, the SOPs which have been given, or which is being followed by the industry, so as to prevent the injuries to the personnel, especially when the severity becomes from severe to maybe even fatal from the drops. So these were something which I learned, like to take care of things before doing anything, and to have a proper mapping of doing thing in all the aspects, and whether it might be safety, it might be standard of procedure which we have to follow, and proper engineering control is in the place, or everything, sir. Yes.
Very well
I guess
said.
I'm.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Gaurav Hazarika to share his feedback with us.
Okay. Thank you, Vidhi. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations to all the students who have completed this learning course with help from DROPS Asia. Next is in this entire thing, I have seen the students of PDEU grow quite well, and they have indeed become somewhat oriented to the industry norms, and now they are ready to take on their challenge once they are graduating. Okay, looking into your presentation, my one question is there that you have already done this about dropping of the container. Somebody was telling about the bid breakers and bid they have designed. So my point is that what are your future plans? Whether you are going to add more data into this metaverse, or you are trying to hand over this to your juniors and then carry on this thing with industry knowledge that you will get in the upcoming days?
So, as a part of our internship, we created this virtual scenario. But definitely, I think Joachim sir is doing great with this Drops app, and hopefully he will grow it even more, and even more scenarios and incident will be there in the app very soon.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And PDPO should definitely have this tie up with Joe sir, and then carry on this together to a greater height. Thank you, Vidhi.
Thank you, sir. Now, I'd like to call upon Mr. Gary Dunn to share his knowledge and give feedback to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
Good. Well, first of all, congratulations to all the students for the great work you've done. It's good to see such enthusiasm and passion for dropped objects. And that's what we need, not only in the oil and gas industry, but across all sectors. Because that's one of the points that were made in the comments section was, yes, of course, this is a focus for oil and gas with the scenario, but lots of other sectors need to look at adopting best practice, making sure they train people properly, have the right equipment, awareness, and procedures, so we can improve the safety and obviously ultimately prevent drops. I think also looking at the metaverse and the VR content that the team have been working with Joachim, you can see the value that brings in terms of training people in an immersive environment. And you guys have, taken it in your stride, to be honest. And it's really good to see how quickly you've picked up on things and taken all the knowledge that's been passed on it was a real pleasure for me to get involved in this, and it's really nice to be invited back by Joachim and Virag. And also, I must say a special mention to Vidi, because you've facilitated your part very, very well today. So congratulations to you as well. I think my question would be, looking at the content you've covered and what you've learned from this, has it influenced your sort of decisions, potential decisions in your career paths, as you move into the working world? So it would be good to hear from any of the team if they feel that that's the case.
Joyce James, sir, do we have Jayesh or Kunj on board?
Not for the moment. So I think it's on you or Virag to answer that question.
Yeah, Vidi, if I can just add to that, I think you guys as budding engineers, technicians, HSE professionals, has this played a sort of influence in maybe your direction you would take your career path?
Yes, sir. Hopefully, we will be starting our industry journey in next 2-3 months, because we will be graduating in June, in the month of June. So after that, whatever company that we will be joining in as as any role that we will be given, we will be looking up for the safety first, and at that place we will be applying all of this knowledge that we have gained in this internship.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure.
I'd like to call upon Mr. Duncan Fraser to share his feedback.
Yes, thanks very much, and thanks for asking me to be here today. First of all, a word or two on what's been done, what's been achieved with the creation of the virtual environment, and echoing what Gary said as well, how useful it'll be, and also how impressed it is for young people such as yourselves to be getting into this and getting into it with such enthusiasm. The whole virtual thing was created due to a existential need, i.e. a pandemic. Now, it certainly didn't help that was there, but it has helped this to develop. But it's gone beyond that. I think we can say that it's very much more the norm these days, pandemic or not, that this is the chosen way that this sort of subject is presented. And how it's been done is extremely good, and I'm very grateful to be asked to be part of it as well. My question would be, as you've done this over the last year or so, what's the one thing, the one HSE thing that you've learned during this past year that you will take with you in your daily life?
Okay. Hello, sir. It is really a great question which I have heard about. So, Duncan, sir, the one thing which we would like to take care during our career after learning from the internship would be, as this by the prolonged motto would be that as in safety first. Health and safety, and if we are going to be fit and healthy, and we will be taking care about our own safety. We are going to take care about our company. Company is going to take care about our safety. So it is going to be a mutual benefit. But our first priority would be to be in safety and be aware about all the operations, whatever possible, to each and every extent, so as to prevent us from any such kind of injury which are of no concern of us. So like we are going to do something, but other thing has fallen which we are not even aware about. So that will lead to stop our work. The company's operations may also have to be disturbed. So these are something which we have to take care during our industrial journey, which we would be stepping up in next 2 or 3 months. So these are some lessons which we are taking along with us from this internship, like to take the smallest of the smallest thing as in safety, to give the safety importance. Though we think the equipment or something which is at a height of 20 meters, but we think that it is a very small thing, but if it is going to fall from a 20-meter height, we are going to be injured uh, at a severe rate, though the equipment might be of 20 gram, 30 gram some weight, but if it is on our end, it is going to be very light. But if it falls from on height, it is going to be severe for us. So that is somewhat where I was trying to put stress on.
Good. Yep. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Virag. Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to call upon Mr. Baula to share his feedback with us.
Hi, Viran. Hi, everyone, and congratulations and very well done choosing the topic and doing this incident in the metaverse. So this means a lot, where you have chosen the good topic of two things that we are facing now here in the oil and gas industry. The first one is the line of fire, and the second one is the dropped object, and not necessarily focusing on the dropped objects when they are at height, but even when they are not that high, they still can cause severe consequences. So very well done and very well presented. I guess all of the other VIP questions were covering all what I was thinking about. So in my own opinion, the thing that you think that you can take away as a health and safety you have learned during your internship, or all of you guys, what can you take away and develop this and promote it among your friends or your families, or as you have shared this incident, that what can happen? Maybe some of us face the same scenario: opening a bin, opening an airplane, or cupboard at home, so you can have those small drops falling on you.
Hello.
I have lost Bula. I can't hear him anymore. Maybe we can circle back to Bula once the connection is better again. You want to take over, Vidi?
Yes, sir. Let's call upon Mr. Rajiv Bhaumik to share his feedback, and then we'll circle back to Mr. Baula.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. First of all, many congratulations to all the students for successfully completing your internship project. And big kudos to the DROPS Asia to arranging such an interesting and scientific way to educate the budding professionals and to learn about a very serious topics of the industry, not only oil and gas, but also across the industry. And I think it's a very fun way for you people to learn this, and not only understanding the topics and subject, but also having hands-on experience on the 3D modeling, the software part. So I guess you did more than one thing at one get-go. So many congratulations for that. Just one question to Vidhi or Virag, whoever you want to respond. In the industry, whenever you work, you have procedures, so you know how to, what to do in terms of, preventing the drop objects. Even though it is a learning every day, we all learn. How do you think, is it really relevant also to use this understanding to your personal space like home? And you think it's also our equal responsibility to share this experience, this understanding to our friends and family members to avoid such things to happen from right at your doorstep or at home?
Yes, sir, definitely. Definitely, it's really helpful. Even if it's not in oil and gas industry, it applies to every industry and even in our day-to-day life. I think, sometimes just as Virag mentioned that some things like a nail or something looks very small, but if it falls from a height of say 20 or 30 meters, then it is really, hazardous, or it has a very huge potential to cause an accident. So we can apply the learnings that we have got from drops to our day-to-day lives too. And definitely I will be sharing the knowledge or the things that I have gained throughout this internship with my friends and family.
Great. I think it's a great thing that you all recognize the depth of the topics, because Vidak mentioned, like he also mentioned, a small thing, falling from 3 feet to 20 feet makes a huge difference. And it shows actually that you guys actually understood, the entire project. And I welcome to all of you to the industry, and I'm sure you're all going to do great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. In the meantime, we've got Bula back. Bula, I think halfway during your question, you got disconnected. So maybe if we can finish that part.
Yeah, thank you, Joachim. Yeah, my question was based on the learnings, the health and safety, especially like now we're talking about the drops in the line of fire. How can we, or how do you guys think that you can promote this, among your friends, your family members, as the incident that you have shared maybe can happen at home in different scenarios, opening a baggage bin on an airplane or open a cupboard in a kitchen or something like that. So now you understand the drops and now you understand the line of fire. You think that this is something that you can promote to raise the awareness of your family and the friends?
They said,
Hello.
hello, Virak, are you up for this?
Yeah. As my friend Vidhi has rightly said, like to take all the things into the consideration, while it might be we at our home in kitchen or in a living room or in a bedroom. At that time also we do have cupboards at the top, which are at like about 10 feet of height. So while opening the doors, it is like there should be things should be proper kept in the place, or else that might be fall on us. And if the thing is heavy, it might even get though it would be a first aid injury or so, but still it is an if the awareness is proper, we could have prevented that as well. From if it, and is it rightly said, if the initiative has started from home, it is going to definitely going to get into the industry. So the same practice can be followed at the time when we are stepping towards the industry also. So basically the thing is like if we are going to take culture of safety from starting from our home, it is going to take definitely towards when we are going to work in any oil and gas industry, or or at any industry which we are going to be working on.
Yeah, excellent.
So,
Yeah, that's the most important thing. That's, as you said, that you're changing the behavior, and then it's going to be the nature that what you are doing, whether you are on the rig or on a platform or even at home. So
yes, sir.
thanks again, and very
Thank you.
well done, and wish you all the best for your future and with your career, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now I'd like to call upon Mr. Simon Walker to share his feedback with us.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, hey, you guys have done a great job here. You've took a lot of information and put it into a package there and worked with Joachim. You've put something in place that I think a few people have mentioned that can be used in this modern world at the moment, especially with COVID and the potential that a lot of youth coming up, this is the way that they learn. So you've done a great job. Firstly, I just want to say that. The question I had was around, if you have a look at, I've been in the industry for 30 years. You go back when I first started, dropped objects was quite a big thing. And then over the next 30 years, it's been a continual event where we all plan, we do something, bring in new initiatives. And then the following year, we still have dropped objects as our highest serious potential or near hit. So, and that's been, over this 3 decades, which is quite significant. And then you have a look at, we've matured and there's been some great innovations. You have a look at, the 2 companies sponsoring it. Access have got the inspection off to a T, where they've just started doing inspections. And now we've got it where it's into the segmented areas and there's a lot more focus, the picture books, absolutely brilliant. And the same with their stop drop tools. We've got the lanyards and everything. So we've got it's all matured, and then you've got the red zones, which is very influential. We know we have dropped objects, so we're going to keep people out of the red zone where you can get hurt. So the whole industry has matured, and again, this obviously breeds into the areas as well. But around about 2012, we did hit a plateau. So we have all these new initiatives that are in place and very well developed, but we hit a plateau and there was nothing new on the horizon. What you guys have here is definitely something new that I believe will aid and assist. But I suppose the question is, do you see it being that next step to get us off this plateau? And did you guys collectively, when you were together as a group, did you come up with anything like new, anything like, hey, this has never been thought of? You don't have to say what it is, but did you just get that or not?
PD, who are you going to nominate for this one?
I request Jayesh to be with us.
Okay, Jayesh is currently not logged in due to technical difficulties, so you've got either Virak or Nisak available.
Nisak. Hello, Nisak.
Hello, Vidhi. Can you please repeat the question? Actually, there was a lag between the communication with Simon.
Okay, well, I'll do it the shortened version of it. But basically, over the last 30 years, there's been some great innovations, including the two sponsors today with the inspection side of it, and then prevent the dropped objects with the lanyards tools. And then you have the red zones, which is, we know we do have dropped objects, and the mitigation there is to keep people out of the way. And the question was that what were you guys, the path you took, which was a great initiative working with Joachim. You got in, developed this so you can be in the metaverse and you can experience what it is to be there without actually being in the line of fire. Do you see this is taking you to the next level? And the second part was collectively as a group, when you were working together, did you have any little gems of like, hey, this would be absolutely brilliant? And again, you don't have to say what it is, but did you have any little flutters of like, hey, this hasn't been done before? Because in 2010, we did hit a bit of a plateau.
Nisak, while you think about a response for this, I'm also gonna give a response to Simon. Since I've developed a big part of this metaverse, I would say, indeed, especially in the drilling industry, we moved forward very, very far. We actually, a lot of companies are doing very well on this subject. Still, incidents are happening. Well, is this going to be the next thing to further reduce that part? Honestly, I don't think so. I think it's more focused on everyone else to catch up. I think we can achieve a lot more with those companies who perhaps haven't implement a lot. But for those companies already kind of, I know some drilling contractors haven't had a dropped incident for several years. Are we going to improve them further? Maybe some, but the target is more a larger market of companies that haven't come as far as some of you in the drilling industry have. Nisak, have you had a chance to think about this? I think Nisak is having audio problems.
Hello.
There we go, Nisak. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Vidya, I'm gonna hand it back over to you.
Yes, sir, we definitely see that the plateau breaking, and we do feel that this initiative will be the next generation thing, and we really hope that everybody gets the training from this, and everybody starts getting awareness, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think it'll help raise awareness with anybody that goes in and has to walk about and works with the containers and gets into the derrick without being in the line of fire. So I think it actually will help and maybe help drive us to that next level. So well done.
Thank you, sir.
So Vidi, we have got some questions coming from the audience.
My audience, yeah.
So I'll put some of the questions on the screen. So what is the future of the DROPS Metaverse? Where do you see these initiatives 3 years from now? Who would like to answer that?
Sir, if you permit, shall I answer? Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, Firak.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the DROPS Metaverse is an Industry 4.0 virtual reality and 3D modeling subject which gives you the key learnings and proper hands-on experience, we can say, at a comfort of your sitting at your home or at your convenience. Drops Metaverse is something where we can platform where we can we can organize conferences, exhibitions, we can train individuals on different couple of different scenarios at every aspect. We can have a panel discussion, we can have a conference room there, we can even inspect rig. There are a lot more things coming up at the Drops Metaverse from what it has right now. The plans are at next level, and we need to spin up for that. We Drops would be also requiring support from oil and gas industry, like the recent we would be also requiring to train the individual as it the scenario of drop object and the line of fire was one of such kind. We we wanted to create such more scenarios on the Drops Metaverse app, which can be helpful for the uh, training of HSC personals, and to orient the individual who joins the company or as a part of their company safety policy. We can add that so that they can you at the and came to know the actual scenario, what kind of things happen on the rig from the office. So it is going to help company economically, and it will advance the technology of training as well.
Very well, Virak. Yeah, and I think there's obviously some technological developments happening. We expect Apple to come up with fancy VR glasses this or next year. Once a lot of more people start having this kind of hardware in VR, it becomes a lot more accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah. Vidi, I would like to hand it over to you. Because we're already 5 o'clock now, Singapore time, and I think 2:30 your time, to start wrapping up and invite people to join the metaverse itself.
Thank you, sir. So I'm really thankful to all our esteemed guests for sharing their invaluable time with us. And I'm also thankful to all the participants for joining this session and making this event successful. And I request everyone who have installed our Drops VR exhibition app to join us for the networking session over there in the Drops app. So thank you once again. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Vidi. Congratulations to you and the team.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Very well done,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you,
And
sir.
for those of you who are watching this as a recording, you can continue to post questions, and we'll come back to them from time to time and answer them. Yeah, great to have you all, and look forward to see you in the DROPS Metaverse.
Thank you.
Thank you, and all the best. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, sir.
Thank you.